Today on V70, yes, I'm replacing the rear quarter glass, which unfortunately the other week was smashed in order to grab a Lidl toolkit that wasn't even complete. So why, of all the things in my boot, they thought that was worth grabbing, I don't know. A few years ago, I accidentally broke this one, but I just caught the corner and it just shattered the whole thing. But fortunately it had tint film on it, which held it in place, and I just taped it up for absolutely ages. Got this replacement for 30 quid and had it professionally fitted. Now, anyone who's ever had this happen will know why this is such an awkward window to get smashed, especially on the V70. This piece of trim is part of the glass. Now, not literally, it's stuck on afterwards and obviously colour-coded to the car. Now, the nigh on impossible to remove. I mean, you see here, I actually tried taking this one off. When I did this window, I wanted to take the trim off the old one and put it on here. But the bonded on, and they're very, very difficult to get off. Now, this even confused the glazing company, who can get me a window easily, a brand new window for 200 quid. And I said, well, does it come with the trim? And they didn't know. They assumed it did. But actually, it doesn't seem that when you order them brand new, that they even come with a trim at all. So you would then be left without a trim. And I think I got a quote last time for one from Volvo, and they're over 200 quid. So you'd be looking at 400 plus, and that's probably before painting to replace this rear quarter glass. So you'd be better off smashing a windscreen or literally any other window on the car. But yep, rear quarter glass. So I taped it up best I could because I had to go to Glasgow. But now it's time to deal with it and try and replace it myself this time. So I actually picked me up this spare window in the correct colour this time for 50 quid from somewhere near Manchester. So I'm going to take all this tape off, and then I'll be trying to cut the seal from the inside of the car. I'll just see what needs to be done to do that. So I've knocked all the glass out. The worst thing about these windows getting smashed, or any window getting smashed, is the glass you just have everywhere. I've already actually taken out the back seats and vacuumed the whole interior of the car, because obviously I've got a dog and my son in the car, and the last thing you want to do is stick your hands down the side of the seat and a tiny bit of glass just cut straight through your skin. Now, I suppose with the window smashed, it'll be a bit easier to get down the bead of the original sealant. So we'll be sticking a tool in here to cut through it. I'm going to try using like a soldering blade of a sort. Actually sounds like it's peeling off. And not glued on as well as I would have thought. Bit of movement in that, so at least I'll be able to get the tool behind. So what I've got here is a rope cutter, as far as I'm aware. They're quite a narrow blade that heats up, and I'm hoping that I can melt the original sealant I seem to want to go through it very easy. Wow. Oh, there we go though. It definitely works. So the problem with this is sort of heats up in the middle where the blade is. Makes it a bit difficult to get the whole thing down, but I suppose once you're down, providing we don't set fire to something. That's going. I'd definitely struggle to do this if the glass wasn't all smashed out of the way. I suppose the worst thing about the burning it is the smoke is probably not very healthy. I want to try heating up larger areas and see if it'll sort of pry off. I don't think I've got the patience. Seems like this is going to take a while. A long while. So I'd like to do it without scratching the metal. I know it'll be sealed, but I don't want to open myself up to the risk of it rusting out like they do on the top of the doors. I wish I paid more attention last time when I had the other side done. Can't remember how they cut it off. Sort of going somewhere now. See the seal. This trim is probably aluminium, and you'd really struggle to get it off without damaging it, unfortunately. I think if all this was heated up, it would make the job quite easy. But unfortunately it's winter and it cost me quite a lot too. I'd have to have some panel heaters on it, infrared or something for quite some time. Worth noting if there is a next time. Hopefully there isn't. So that's basically all the old window off. It'll just be all the sealant, the glue, the glass is still attached to. I'll have to cut off. But at least you can see it now. So So now just left with the bead of sealant that was originally holding the glass in position. Massively easy now without the trim and the glass in the way. Cleaning up glass for ages now. It's been everywhere. There we go. It's more like what I was hoping it would come off like. I think it's getting the tool at the right angle, so it just sort of cuts through. Come off really well there. Oh, scratching it. I think it's coming off easiest when I get it right on the paint. It doesn't seem to scratch at all. Just lucky if you can get it just behind the bead on the right on the paint. as soon as you're not scraping it straight off the paintwork, it gets very difficult to get it off. But when you get it right from behind where it was applied, it does come off pretty easy. That's it. That's all the glass removed. So now I just need to do a better job of cleaning up the old sealant. I might be able to take it all off with the hot knife if I'm careful. I don't know whether acetone will be strong enough to burn through it. And the other issue is acetone will probably melt my paintwork a little bit as well. Give it a vacuum. I've got these like button pop things that are for the alarm. Obviously a bit difficult to remove, and there's nothing to grip to, so I don't know whether I'll be able to get these off or not. Got that one. So just a metal, like coin cell, not coin cell, like PP3 batteries. Those 9-volt batteries that that you can stick your tongue on to check whether they've got charge. Sort of like them. some acetone here. It is nail polish remover, but if you just careful if you do get nail polish remover, make sure that the only ingredient is acetone and there hasn't got any other things in it. So I've cut as much of the seal off that I think I need to. I was having an issue with the window, seem to be getting poked out at the bottom. Now it's not getting poked out, but it does. I think it's going to need some pressure just to hold it in a little bit in that corner. But it fits fine. I've sort of half taken off the trim inside because I felt like it was pushing against the window, pushing it out. So I cleaned both surfaces with acetone again. I'm going to stick some sealant on. I'm not going to concern myself with doing as tidy a job as the factory. We just want to make sure that there's plenty on there to make up for the imperfections in the original sealant. If you try and get a bead that covers the metal and the original sealant, then you can't really go wrong. Paying special attention to the top. Definitely don't want anything leaking at the top. Probably putting way too much on, but I'd rather be sure. So this is the mess that I've made. Unfortunately, originally the windows have a locating thing on them, but the spare one, it appears to have broken off and been removed. I've cut all the sealant off on the original window. Actually prepped this for me. They've done a good job. So now with my tape at the ready, I'm I'm on my own. And put the window in position. I was thinking that I'd need to apply some pressure here, but the sealant does seem to be holding it. And yet in this area it doesn't appear to be even touching, so I think I actually need to put some more, even more sealant on. You can see, touching all the bottom and at the back, but not touching anywhere at the front or the top. So it's a good job I spotted that. So plenty sealant at the back, or the front of the car. And plenty on the top. I'm more bothered about it being sealed than anything else, so if it did happen to ooze out, I don't mind cleaning it up. I'd just rather it be perfectly sealed. It'd be very difficult to remove if this window did get smashed again. I think I can feel the difference this time, because the paint, the glass isn't flexing, so it feels like it's really stuck down here now. And there's loads on at the top. I can find something to lean against it for an hour or so, I might do that. So other than reconnecting the alarm for the glass, that's pretty much it. I'll find out over the next few years whether that's sealed properly or not.